They're pounding on the door right now, trying to get in, but nobody let them in. It gives me great pleasure and the honor this afternoon, at this time, at this opportunity, with a band before me and behind me and out beside me, to introduce two, I won't say famous, but I think very honorable ladies in their own right. They're both authors. One is a marathoner, and I will start with her in the back row. If Susan Means, if you'll step out, wave, do an Irish jig. Susan Means is a young age of 89. She is a marathoner, did her last marathon at 70, and has done 13 marathons. She's also the author of 2 books, which you need to go to the library and check out and read them. And it's all about running it. You know, she wore out like, what, 5,000 pair of shoes? No, you're not sure. Okay, well, I think it's 5,000 pairs of shoes that she wore out. But anyway, Susan Means, we congratulate you, we honor you, we respect you. You're a beautiful lady and a great drummer. That thing, boom, boom. Thank you. The other lady is sitting in the front row, and I'm going to lose it right here. She's sitting in the front row, and she is number 1, a World War II vet. Number 2, she is an air traffic controller in Astoria during the Second World War. She is also an author, and let me get these right here because it's Peggy Lutz is her name. Peggy, you can't stand up, wave. Can you stand up? Bob her chaperone, Bob her The American Legion Riders over American Legion Post 21 have scheduled a ride-by for her 100th birthday. Oh, you don't know that. Shit. I didn't know you didn't know. I'm sorry, I said something bad. Darny poo. Just darny poo. Anyway, Peggy Lutz is also, like I say, she's going to be 100 years old here real quick. And she wrote 2 books. The first one is Never Salute with a Garter. How many people know what a garter is? We have a broken garter. Aha! Never salute with a broken garter. And I see a lot of not 21-year-old women raising their hands. Congratulations that you know what that is. And the other one is a hand to salute. It's hard to salute standing in a wall walker, and that's a true story. There was some lady that was in the dressing room or something, and she was hung up, and she was hanging up your stuff, whatever you do. You know, women do that stuff. And anyway, and the lady tried to salute. But anyway, Peggy Lutz, we honor you, we congratulate you, sweetheart, and for the job you have done in your lifetime. It's been, my pleasure, not yours. Anyway, give her a round. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have a professional photographer, Leroy Brown, running around the camera. So if he bothers you, just kick him or so. He's just a Marine. You know, Marine, they get kicked all the time. Anyway, Leroy, thank you for being here and doing this. And band, play on. The warm-up was excellent, by the way. The jazz band sounded super. I think that was a $5,000 saxophone that went off the stage. You know, saxophone, huh? Anyway, thank you very much for taking your time out, but I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon. As is our custom with Second Wind's Community Band, we're going to open our program with the playing of the national anthem. Please stand as we honor our country with the national anthem. So what do you think so far? So we're going to go home now. Thank you very much. This concert was planned actually 3 years ago. 3 years ago, before the world was affected with COVID and before our lives all changed in just a couple of weeks. And so what we did is that we had a couple concerts lined up, music all bought, programs all ready to go, posters printed, and we couldn't do it. And it just killed everyone. And this COVID thing really hurt the fine arts programs all around the world. And we are so glad to be able to come and give you a concert live in this place. So thank you for coming out. This is a special concert in that it is called Pictures at an Exhibition. And Brian, our associate conductor, Brian Parker, and I were talking around about music that goes with art, visual and the audio. And I think with Brian says, well, don't we have an artist around here someplace? And I go, I know an artist, very fine artist, Joyce Messina, and we're going to be seeing her artwork. Joyce, I think I see you. Where are you, Joyce? Right there. And people are going to critique it, and afterwards, if you would like to buy some of this stuff, if you come to me, she's only going to charge $10,000 per piece. So I think that's a great bargain, isn't it, Joyce? I think good. And all the stuff you're going to see up here basically is going to be Joyce's work. And if you don't know, Joyce is the wife of the late Frank Messina, my good friend. We're Southern California friends from a long time back, and we're so glad to do this concert. And we're going to start with a piece, and when we picked this music 3 years ago, we didn't anticipate any kind of
conflict?
I'm finding the word, where we can't get together, that there is conflict. And so we had some people opt out of band because we're playing music by a Russian composer. However, this Russian composer died over 150 years ago. And the music is wonderful, and it talks about going through an art exhibition. And this is actually Pictures at an Exhibition. And we're going to start with Modest Mussorgsky's The Old Castle. And I want to read a quote from Leonard Bernstein. And I want to say thank you to Mark, our oboe player, for reminding me about this. But Leonard Bernstein's quote about conflict in the world, and he gave this quote during the Vietnam conflict. This will be our reply to violence, to make music more intensely, more beautifully, more devotedly than ever before. And that's what we want to do today. Have moments of beauty here that we can share together. And so this is The Old Castle by Modest Mussorgsky, arranged by Robert W. Smith. reason I'm wearing a mask, I was gonna say something clever, but that just went by my mind. Getting over a head cold, and so I don't want to infect these fine musicians, because they always want to come up and hug me and stuff. I try to keep them away. Next piece, young composer Brian Balmages. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful composer. Very simple piece, but as you can imagine, not only are we talking about listening to music, but we're also seeing visuals, the colors, and I think this is a good descriptor. But this is Brian Balmages' Rippling Watercolors.